Calling the February 12th, 2018 Personnel Finance Meeting to order. Need approval of the agenda as presented? We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? None. Thank you. Move on to item 3, public comment. We're short on public comment again. Okay, no public comment due to no public. Move on to item number 4, committee items. I need approval, motion and support to approve the minutes from January 8th.
So
We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes unanimously, no nays. Item 4B, facilities. Wish to talk about a courthouse elevator modernization. Welcome, Rick.
Morning, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. In front of you, you have a request to do the much-needed elevator modernization project at the courthouse. Pretty straightforward. We're doing the same at the courthouse that we're going to be doing here. One item of note is the project came in under budget from what we had in the budget for it, and out of that surplus, anticipated surplus, I'm going to come back to Personnel and Finance and ask for $81,000 to be placed into the tower building capital improvement line. As we're doing work here, moving equalization up to 16, I needed to be able to fund that project. So you'll see that in there. It's not part of a motion or anything. It's just information for you all.
Okay.
So this motion is just going to be for the elevator itself. The contingency we can just kind of take out because it is placed in here in your memo.
Under the motion, and it's also setting aside the $95,000, it's just our total was $650,000. So I wanted to explain where that other $81,000 was going to go.
Okay. Any discussion?
I would,
Motion, support?
send the motion as requested to the full board.
We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Thank you. Passes unanimously. Do we need to do a motion on the other fund? Okay.
Thank you,
Very
everyone.
much, Rick. Next up, we have finance, creation of a new 911 service fund and associated 2018 budget amendment.
Yes,
Welcome.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, we're asking for your approval for the creation of a separate fund called the 911 Service Fund. And a little background is that previously the operations of dispatch are included in the general fund, and the intention was to make the dispatch self-supporting. Previously, the general fund, in effect, subsidized the dispatch by up to $700,000 a year. With the increased telephone fees, then that operation is now self-sufficient, and so we're asking for creation of the new fund, and the only net effect on the budget is we're pulling out those expenses of dispatch out of the general fund.
Discussion.
So this basically is just cleaning it up. I mean, it's what we're already collecting anyways. It's just putting it in the computer as its own fund. Got it.
We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Passes unanimously. We'll move on to item 4D, our monthly finance report for the month of December.
Yes, for the month of December, we've completed another fiscal year, so our budget benchmark is 100%. Year-to-date expenditures are at 97%. Year-to-date revenue is at 94.2. Comments I would make here is that while on the expenditure side, most of the expenses are now recorded because there's always a time lag in paying our bills, at least through the month of January. There also is questions. that you may have.
Any revenue you collect will be applied towards last year, or does it go into this year?
Yes, in some cases. Accounting principles say that items that have been billed or items that are still in process as of December, there are grants, we're waiting for the fourth quarter or the last month of a grant. And so use general fund reserves of just a little over $1 million, and it looks like we'll kind of, depending upon how the treasurer's office did on collections this year.
All in favor? Pardon me? Oh, yep, we're good. Board again. Okay, move on to item 5. All opposed? Passes unanimously. We have no other minutes.